my clients. If anybody would like a full article, please feel free to email me. I'd be happy to pass it on to you. But some of the benefits of journaling and some of the things that we believe are important in building self-esteem is journaling will help you learn about yourself. It will, if you start to write about how you feel and what you think and how you perceive the world and just recording your thoughts on a daily basis, you will actually really start to learn quite a bit about who you are as a person. The next thing journaling will do for you is it enhances your self-care. I think there's a great gift in journaling that we talk about that mental clutter, the emotional baggage. If you can just stop when you start to feel that negative self-talk, write it in a journal, and I know we put on the baggage tonight, but somehow it has a way of sneaking back in, and it isn't quite gone. Write it out. Just start to empty that out. It's great for your self-care. Writing will help you increase your self-confidence. If you start to write about the things you want to do, the person you are, and you take actions to meet that, it gives you a place to record that and go back and look at it later and to see that I really am doing this. So it does increase your self-confidence. It assists you in setting goals. There's a saying that you need to ink it in order to start to manifest those goals. That a goal that's written down, you have 10 times more likelihood of actually meeting that goal if it's written down. You just tell people, oh, or think about it, oh, I just want to do this. But if you write it down, it actually sets it in stone and it reminds you, it helps bring more truths into it. Writing helps relieve stress. It's such a great way to just, like I said, if you're stressed out, if you don't know what's going on, just start writing. And pretty soon you'll start to feel this calm sense coming around that it's very helpful. Writing will help you let go of the past. We talked about those stories. Maybe you write the story and you close that chapter and say, this is chapter 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to write the ending to that story. Perhaps you write the ending of a new story, the path that you're on. Maybe it's something that you've changed to then go forward.
In fact, I won't call her by name, but one of our guests in the audience tonight has actually shared with me. She had a very, very, very traumatic, painful childhood with things that you couldn't imagine. And she has brought that to fruition in terms of getting over those stories of her past instead of being stuck there writing about that. And I think it will be a bestseller one of these days. You'll probably be reading about it, and that is exactly true what you say, to put that to pen and to get it out and let it go.
And I'd like to say something about pain. This seems to be a common theme with some of my clients right now, is that pain can be really hard, and it's something we don't like. Let's face it, it doesn't feel good. And a lot of times some of these bad habits we've created is because we're really trying to avoid the pain. So one of the things I like to say to people is you get to pick your pain. The pain of change or the pain of the status quo of what it is. And sometimes you have to get to that place where there's enough pain to actually want to make a change. Sometimes writing this out will help you to see your patterns and how painful that is, that actually starts to create that movement. So pain, I know it's not something that you probably looked in that mirror and saw it may have seen something painful tonight, but there is hope to try to make some change around that pain.
And then finally, before we conclude, when you embrace this idea of loving yourself and that you are worthy, you do deserve to nurture yourself, there's a permission slip that you want to mention in your path there.
Sometimes we don't move forward and start to make a change because we don't know if it's really okay. So I created, this is one of the first tools I created for my clients, is a permission slip. It's kind of when you have, for those of you who have children, you have to sign a permission slip for them to take a field trip. Well, I love the idea of a permission slip because it basically said you are going to fill this out and give yourself permission. What it's going to be, when you're going to do it, with whom, and sign it. It's like your own little pledge to yourself. And some of the things you might want to do with this are take yourself on a date. Maybe you give yourself permission to buy yourself flowers. And not just on Valentine's Day, but maybe once a month you have fresh flowers in your home. Maybe you treat yourself to a day at the spa. Maybe there's a lot of gentlemen out here, maybe you treat yourself to those sporting tickets or that concert that you've been wanting to go to. Maybe you treat yourself to a new creative class, something that you've had this desire. I have a client that loves, she has all these creative ideas, and I'm so proud of her because she signed up for her first jewelry class. And she is now moving forward on starting to pursue her creative pursuits. And she gave herself permission to finally start doing that. So think about the things that could make you happy, and give yourself permission to do that. And this is a great tool. If you need extras, email me anytime and I'll send you extras.
Okay, so speaking of giving yourself permission and nurturing yourself, and I think Jennifer mentioned a couple times about going to the spa, and maybe you saw, maybe you didn't, in that little packet that you have, Joseph's Salon Spa is one of the sponsors tonight, and they have graciously given each of you a little certificate that's in your bag for $50 off of any services there at their salon spa. So really, really appreciate that. And also I want to thank Bob Harlow, Robert S. Harlow Jr., there he is. Thank you very much. With Northwestern Mutual, it is a type of a life insurance in terms of loving ourselves. Very, very important. Of course, Jennifer with XTV and Ashley with Empower. I really appreciate each of those. If any of you, I wanted to just mention, if any of you happen to have some old luggage that you're getting ready to just throw out or get rid of, I would love to have it. Because as you see, some of you have some of your old suitcases, and I actually put a little tag on there with your name, and I sent different people pictures saying this is what good has come out of your old suitcase, because people are getting rid of some of that baggage in their lives moving forward. So if you happen to have any old luggage that you don't need, I would love to have it. But I want to thank each of you for coming tonight. Jennifer and Ashley and I will be out in the lobby, and also we're gonna close with a quote before we're over. But I want to say also we're going to be going over, a group of us, to Theater Square Marketplace, meeting downstairs on the first floor in the lobby. And if you would like to join us, but we have a very powerful quote that we'd like to close with.
This is a quote that's from Marianne Williamson, wrote it in 1992 in a book called Return to Love. And Nelson Mandela used it in his inaugural speech. And want to leave you with this. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us most. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God, and your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, and we are born to manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. I invite you to look at what you're afraid of, to really see the beauty in that mirror, see the value of what you have to offer the world, and go out and give that to each and every person around.
Thank you.